This is a very exciting ASH meeting. So many things going on. Let me start with epigenetics. So epigenetics refers to all of the information conveyed through the cell that doesn't involve the cell's DNA. And so we know that in a lot of cancers, in particular the heme malignancies, there are mutations in genes that are involved in epigenetics. DNMT3A, ASXL1, TET2. And so we have now drugs available that target these mutations. And so it's a very exciting time. There are EZH2 inhibitors that are being used in patients with lymphoma. There's IDH inhibitors that are being used in patients with leukemia. And there are a whole spectrum of new agents that are about to emerge. Now, epigenetics is not only important as a single source of therapy, but the hottest thing in cancer these days is immunotherapy. Whether it be chimeric antigen receptor T cells or checkpoint blockade, is the notion of getting the immune system revved up so it can recognize your cancer and destroy it. So the way epigenetics plays into this is it's a chance to act on the tumor cell side. So for the immune cells to recognize cancer, there needs to be some antigens exposed, and it turns out when you treat cancer cells with epigenetic therapies, it exposes new antigens. And so the checkpoint inhibitors allow you to rev up the T cell, and then if you also make the tumor cell more immunogenic, you have the possibility of accomplishing great things. The other thing is, the human genome era, sequencing of the first human, and then now that we're able to do precision medicine, has revealed so many targets. And now there are drugs for all of these targets. And so if you look at CLL or lymphoma, we now have so many FDA-approved drugs. And so it's very exciting now that we have small molecules that affect these mutations. And also now there are new antibodies. In the last month or two, 3 drugs FDA approved now to treat multiple myeloma. An antibody that recognizes a cell surface determinant, something that targets the proteasome. And so the knowledge we've gained over the last 10 years is now being translated. And I'm not really, I'm a pretty calm person usually, not such an optimist, but I have to say that these drugs, one after the other, is turning out to have efficacy. And so now what we're going to be tasked with is what's the order to give the drugs and how to combine them. But so a little bit from our own labs, identifying new targets, focused on epigenetics, and then a lot of things about new therapies.